Rams House TV. When I'm looking Rams House TV. What's good, Ramily? It's your boy Snoop and your boy Jalen, and this is Rams House TV. Yeah, geeks.
When I'm looking for the live reaction, when I'm looking for that live reaction, when I hear Glock 9 be blasting, you know what page I be on to catch it? Rams House TV like magnet, and I'ma chuck it to the staff for traffic, cause I'm a die-hard Rams fan, and they match my demographic. They smoking like let me have it. Let's go.
What's good, Rams? Your boy Snoop. It's your boy Jalen, and this is
What's good, Rams? Your boy Snoop.
it's your boy Jalen,
And this is
Rams House TV.
Yeah.
Geeks. What's good, Ramily?
Oh.
Hey.
They probably checking out the view.
I know y'all feeling a little breeze today. That's because we are outdoors with it, man. This is Rams House TV off the top with it.
Off the top, you
Hey,
geeks.
and you know, me and Snoop, man, we've been enjoying our summer, man. We thought we'd drop some content for the Ramily, man.
Yes, sir.
And we thought we'd do it in a more relaxed environment. So if y'all fucking with it, man, y'all definitely hit the likes, man. Definitely subscribe.
Man.
Hey, subscribe to Rams House TV.
Well, I know we ain't been on, the tube for a little minute, man. I know, but we back, motherfuckers. Man.
Hey.
We want to drop some more content.
We back, man. We back, man. So we appreciate all the love that everybody shows us, man, on social media, all social media platforms, man. X, Twitter, same thing.
Yeah, TikTok,
IG. So we definitely,
IG.
the IG, you already know where the love at with that, man. So shout out to all y'all, man. But yeah, man, we here with it, man, to talk some Rams football, man, going into the summer, man, OTAs, man. Hey, a lot of praise going. You know, with these rookies, with the vets, man, everybody got a renewed energy, man. So, hey, man, we already know it's a Wednesday. If y'all ain't familiar with it, man, that's our Rams House TV News Day.
News, you geeks.
News Day, man.
We back with the news, man.
You know, we appreciate all the content creators, man, even though it is a dry period, you know, right now in the content world.
Yeah, it definitely is.
It's not in the football world, man. It's always something to talk about, man. So you already know me and Snoop, we definitely going to talk about some topics today, man.
Sir.
You know, to keep the Ramily interested while we out here enjoying ourselves in this summer breeze, man.
Nice little breeze, man.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sit back
and enjoy the ride, man.
Yes, sir.
Like y'all at Six Flags, you know.
You dig?
It's a Six Flags ride, you dig? But, you know, one thing I do want to segue to, man, because it's definitely a lot of optimism going into the offseason, man, with a lot of young players mixed with a lot of veterans. I want to ask you, though, G, who do you think is that one guy, man, like, that's going to be, like, a make or break? It's a make or break season for him. Like, you know what I mean by that is, like, a guy maybe going into his contract season, maybe a guy that's probably been on the depth chart, you know, floating around back and forth, you know, hasn't made that leap. You know, who's that one guy that can, you know, either take that next step or fall? Like,
it'll have to be Tutu. I mean, we got him at a second-round pick. The first rookie season, you know, he was injured, you know, due to how small he was.
Yeah.
And that was a problem. You know, second season, you know.
I mean, I'm small. Like, I can understand. Like, I don't play football.
Right.
I don't.
And it's like, okay, what can we do more to utilize him more?
Yeah.
You know? Second year, you know, third year.
You know, I mean, but you've seen the progressions with him.
You see it.
Like, I just think, like, with him being, you know, consistent on a week-to-week basis, maybe he's not showing it during the week in practice. Who knows? Like, it could be a lot of factors. You know, it was a reason why DeMarcus Robinson later on in the season started getting more snaps, you know, and then he became that number 3 wide receiver in the offense. So, I mean, Tutu at well, I probably would, I will agree with, with him on that. Like, but I got another guy that I think, could be, going into a make and break season, man.
And no offense to Tutu.
Yeah.
And my bad for
No, you
good.
You good.
But last year he did show what he can definitely bring to this offense. For sure. Like, don't get it twisted.
It's definitely there.
It's no disrespect at all. You know what I'm saying? But we know, Ramily, that once we watch football and understand what's on the field, if you ain't seeing what your production is doing on the field, then either you gonna do what you need to do, catch more film on other teams that want to get you a contract, or you want to stay with the Rams. Point blank period.
And Sean McVay hasn't hesitated to move off from players that he felt like might not necessarily be producing, and that's just how it be. Like, but my guy, I'm going on the other side of the ball, man. I'm going with Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown, I think, could be going into a make or break season. He's been on the team a couple of years. We thought him as a high prospect. Somebody that we could stash, and build around. Him learn from AD while he was there. Of course he had the suspension for the PEDs. And then he also battled with injuries, but I think when he in the game, he makes an impact. Of course. He's a good run stopper. He can bring some promise as far as in the pass rush. But I think going into this draft, we saw how we retooled on the D line by adding guys like Braden Fisk. Yep. Having Jerry Verse, on the edge, just adding guys. On Tyler Davis out of Clemson. So I think a guy if those guys come in making an impact right away, I mean, Bobby Brown could be in for a long stretch for this season. He's not going to see as many snaps as you might think. But again, it just all matters how he come out in camp. Yeah. How he come out with with the energy of shit. We've been trying to get you snaps. Yeah. And it's been guys that have been jumpy, whether it been Greg Gaines and other different guys. So I'm looking for Bobby Brown to step up. It's a make or break season for you, my boy. Like similar to Tutu. Y'all been here for the last few years. I think it's about that time to take that next leap though. But I mean, can't go wrong with either one.
Can't go wrong with either one. So hit the like button, man.
Like for real, but when it comes to those two players, though, I mean, again, they're young, and that's that kind of segues into the next topic, and that's Sean McVay coming in with a renewed energy. I think it's good for the culture. I think it's good for the team.
Definitely is. It's refreshing.
I think it's good for Rams House TV. Yes, I think when McVay's happy, we're happy. We happy. We're indeed happy. He's coming in, cooking up some plays. Chef McVay.
Damn right.
And you know what he said though, Jalen? That really caught my attention. I was like, wow, this Los Angeles Rams team can do something big. He said this year is reminding him of the first year he been with the Rams. The first gig, Ramily. The first gig. Y'all know what that came about.
Hey, 2017, man. If y'all know, y'all know. But McVay came in as a 30-year-old man with all the energy in the world, ready to change a culture, and that's what he did. Yeah. And he in that similar position right now. Coming in with a bunch of young guys that overachieved last year, to the NFL world. But to us, I mean, those guys was putting in the work all season heading into the year. Right. That's why Puka was ready. But McVay, I mean, he's still one of the youngest coaches in football. He still got that youthful spirit. He still, I mean, when the players talk about him, I mean, the first thing they say is the energy. He's just different. Energy.
He's talkative. When it comes to football, he gonna talk that knowledge to you.
At the end of the day, football is not only just what's on the field, but it's also what is done in the training rooms, in the study rooms. All that, like it all translates, and you got to have a leader to translate that to all 53 players going on the field.
Yes, sir.
And McVay has done a good job in these 7, 8 years of maintaining a culture that is definitely viable. Yeah. When you come from another team, that's why there's a lot of free agents, lots of trades. Lots of guys don't have really a lot of bad things to say outside of a few players over the years. But overall, McVay is did what he is supposed to do with his teams, and as young as they've been, he's been able to get the most out of them. And for him to say this feel like year one, that's scary.
That's very scary.
That's scary.
That's very scary.
Like, that's scary as one of probably that train hitting somebody right now.
You never know.
You know, so it's scary.
And letting y'all know for a reason.
Like, hey, I'm telling you. But one thing about McVay, he's still top 3 coach in the league, top 2 if you ask us. And, you know, he's only going to get better, man, because he's still adjusting. And how he been able to adjust as a coach, it's probably been his biggest and best trait in my eyes. Like, the way he's been able to, you know, go from a finesse offense to more of a, you know, back to that run, you know, pound the ball offense. And it was good to see last year, you know, especially with the success that we had. So,
refreshing.
Yeah, it was definitely refreshing. You know, going from all the past, it was good, but at the end of the day, we gotta have some balance. We got an older quarterback. You know,
gotta keep him up right.
Gotta keep him up, man. And one way to do it is being able to actually have a run game. So, I mean, hey, but as far as the veterans, man, we know what they're gonna bring, man. Let's talk about the rookies, man. What's one rookie that stood out to you so far, OTA, man?
Jared Verse.
Jared Verse. Writing verses, man.
He's writing verses for y'all, man. And the one thing I like about Verse, I mean, I already know what he's about as far as coming out of college from FSU. That's my college football team. He bringing that attitude. He catching eyes out there on that field on OTAs and minicamps. It's a one particular thing that we always needed, and that's talk your shit on that field. People saying that Versus is being a voice out there. What that tell you? He's ready to become a leader already as a rookie. You wanna know why? Because BY said it himself. It made Brian Young, this is coming out of his mouth. Brian Young said, it made me call my shell because of what Jerry Verse is doing on that field. What that tell you? That means BY gonna want to show. That means he's following this young guy that's coming into this defense, and I think he's ready to take that role, along with Kobe on Turner.
Yeah, sure. I agree, and there's a reason why Braden Fitz wants to play with a guy like Jared Verse, man. Yeah. He just a raw guy. Like, he gonna tell it how it is. He gonna be that vocal guy on the field. You know, he just gonna bring it. Yeah. And I think that's what, McVay and those guys, especially when we talk about our next topic. When he was on the board, it was too hard, to pass up because we knew, they knew what type of guy he was. Yeah. And, the pass rush that he's able to bring, the power rush that he's able to bring, man, no doubt, I think, day one starter could potentially be a 10-sack, guy right out the gate. Sure. So yeah, I've been keeping an eye on Jared Verse. He's definitely been vocal, and to the BY, take, BY was a rookie last year. Yeah. He looked up to guys like Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald's no longer there, but you got a guy that's gonna give it his all in Jared Verse, and if guys follow suit, then that could be a scary scene. That's all I gotta say, because we all know Braden Fitz and Jared Verse, they already got that chemistry.
And there's one thing that he said too. Him and Fitz, it's quoting for him.
It's a quote from him.
Bad news for quarterbacks.
Hey, look, two guys don't just say that for nothing. So I'm gonna take their word for it. It's bad news.
It's bad news for quarterbacks in this league.
If Wade Barrett was here right now, he'd be saying it's some bad news for quarterbacks.
Bad news. The geeks.
Nah, for real though. But that D line is probably gonna be the most interesting. Front seven per se. I think it's gonna be the most interesting unit to look at going into the in the off season, heading into camp and all that. Like, I think that's gonna be the most interesting thing though.
Yeah.
But my rookie though, I'm going to go with Blake Corum. I think like Blake Corum, man. I think he's showing, and from what McVay said, I mean, his receiving skills was the one of the reasons why he was looked at so highly as far as on the board. And we all know what we wanted out of a lot of our running backs over time, and what we got out of Todd Gurley when he was there was that ability to catch the ball out the backfield. When Todd Gurley left, it was just a makeshift for running backs. You're talking about the C.J. Andersons and the Cam Akers and the Darrell Hendersons and the Ronnie Rivers, and the list goes on and on. But I mean, I feel like now, we got Kyron Williams. He proved that he can definitely be that receiving back. But Blake Corum, man, I think as a rookie, I think he's going to be able to get snaps right away.
Yeah.
You know, along with Kyle Williams, and that's a good thing because Kyle Williams handled the ball a lot last year. You know, and he got some injuries towards the end of the year, kind of slowed him down in Detroit. But bringing in Blake Corum, I think, is good money for the Rams because it allows you to be able to spell these running backs. You know, it ain't about having to bail cow like you used to have.
Nah, it ain't like that anymore. This is a different league.
It's okay to have that 1A running back, but you gotta have a 1B.
Come on now, 1-2 punch.
You know, you gotta have a 1-2 punch, and I think this is one of the better ones. It's gonna prove that it's gonna be one of the better ones early.
Because both on is similar.
Yeah, and I think with Blake Corum, McVay is gonna use him. I mean, this guy scored 27 touchdowns in his last full season. I think
ridiculous.
You know, and he's a touchdown machine. So either way, how you give him the ball doesn't matter. I think in camp so far, he's been showing that he's been very versatile. The run game, pass game, a lot of different things, man. And I'm telling you, Blake Corum, man, y'all.
Hey, and I like how confident Sean McVay and Leslie was by picking him. If y'all ain't watched Behind the Grind, bro.
Hey, look, you got to be confident, man. I mean, the guy scored 27 fucking touchdowns, man, in college in one season.
Come on now.
Like, that's called production. Like, if you ask me, that's the most important thing in this league now is scoring points. And if you want to keep up with these offenses, these coaches, you got to have players that's got to score the fucking ball. Score the fucking points. Not no field goals. That's what our problem was last year. We allowed too many points on the field.
Too many fucking points.
And it was games where, I just was so frustrated because I felt like, if we had, just some juice. Like, and I think Blake Corum, on a third down, second down, short, he's going to bring that power.
Of course.
Short guy, but definitely, plays big. So, yeah, Blake Corum, I think, man, is a rookie so far that I think been impressing the most.
Yeah, and I want to add another thing with that.
What's up?
He's a mature rookie, as Sean McVay said.
Well, yeah. I mean, it fits the mold. It fits the mold, man. Like it's no coincidence that guys on this team, they stay to themselves, they stay out of trouble, they handle their business week in and week out. Even guys like OBJ, you didn't hear a peep from OBJ.
Nothing.
In his time with the Rams, it's straight ball. Von Miller, you don't hear a peep. Hell, even Talib. And Peters had his ways, but for the most part, they was butting up.
Yeah.
They was winning games. Dominican Sue. They was winning games. Winning games cure it all. And when it boils down to it, like Sean McVay has been able to win with a lot of different guys, and he's got a new set of guys, right? And Blake Corum can be one of those cornerstone pieces along with Kyle Williams, because can't forget about Special K. Can't forget about Special K. But again, the run game behind this offensive line is definitely going to be the key to us potentially getting the number 1 seed this year, honestly.
And I can't wait to see them on the field in preseason. I just want to see a series.
Yeah, I
just want to see a series. I just want to see give me let me get a series of Verse and Fist and see what's up with them.
Now, I think these guys are gonna be hitting the field together real early. Yeah, put it that way. But speaking of draft though, and I didn't mean to cut you off.
You good, G?
Let's talk about these rumors of well, it's not necessarily rumors. If y'all watch behind the grind, if y'all be on the the Rams YouTube, if y'all catch Behind the Grind, y'all would have seen the clip of Les Snead trying to trade up to select Brock Bowers, and then also trying to trade up to get Byron Murphy.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna keep my opinion short on it. Brock Bowers in this offense would have been lethal.
It'd been ridiculous.
It would have changed the outlook of how we feel about the offense, because now we're looking at it like we got 3 quality wide receivers, and potentially an all-pro tight end.
Stafford love them big body receivers.
Yes. Like a potential all-pro tight end. So when you look at it, at the end of the day, man, Brock Bowers, man, he would have made definitely a stride, early on, in his offense. But it didn't happen that way.
Yeah.
Byron Murphy, on the other hand, I thought would have been a solid pick, and I had him. Well, I don't think I had him in my mock. I had Latu, but he was a guy that I was definitely watching a lot. And I felt like him on that defensive line with Kobe Turner would have been monsters. So, look, could have either went either or, man, with the trade up. But hey, they weren't trying to accept it, and that's just how it went. Like,
yeah, what is that?
Yeah, they weren't trying to accept it, man. But
So, it is what it is.
yeah, man. But hey, speaking of Kobe Turner, man, he's my guy that I think is gonna break out this year. Like, I think Kobe Turner, on that defensive line, he's gonna come in with a sense of purpose, knowing that Aaron Donald's not there. Hey, he conducts. Like, what can we say? Like, he conducts shit. And I think Kobe Turner year 2, you know, he was a top half, maybe defensive tackle in the last 8 to 10 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
You know, one can argue. Like, you know, he played like one of the better defensive tackles in all of football last year, regardless of rookie, vet, year, whatever. Like, you know, he just made plays. And that's my breakout player, man. Who you got?
This is a sleeper.
Oh, shit. Is it my boy DeMarcus? I'm not a sleeper Robinson?
Ooh,
Is it my boy?
could be, but I'm going to go with a newbie that came on the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Bam Bam Cam.
Ooh, okay.
I feel like he going to flow on this defense. I think he going to make hella plays. And he going to have a breakout fucking season with the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah.
No bullshit.
Nah, hey, I can see it.
Like,
I can see it.
you know what I'm saying? He gonna bring that physical. He gonna bring what you need to that defense. He gonna get picks. He gonna also get sacks probably on the blitz.
Yeah.
Break pass deflections, you name it.
And if I'm not mistaken, Cam Curl was, I think, second year, one of the top rated safeties in all of football.
Yeah.
You know, so even as a young safety coming in the league, he was highly productive. Took a little step back last year in Washington, but I think a new change of scenery for him. New scheme, you know, being around, you know, again, Sean McVay, you know, this offense being able to get better each and every day because, you know, our training camps is different, bro. It's chess, bro. Different. It's chess, bro. It's all about the defense. They trying to win snaps all the time, like, because Sean McVay challenging them, bro. There's a reason why they always step up, you know, in big occasions, bro, regardless.
Yeah, of course.
They're young guys, but they stay composed.
Yeah.
So, I like Cam, bro.
Yeah,
I like Cam a lot, bro.
Like, straight up.
Like, let's talk about a little nugget here, though, man. Like, news out that Kupp is currently, you know, staying in L.A., you know, to train with Puka, before camp.
They're trying to get in the lab, man.
So, hey, we already know how the Breakfast Club work, man, you know, with Matthew Stafford, Kupp, and those guys. Hey, Puka Nacua want to be part of that. So, yeah. I mean, it's all part of the learning tree, man. These guys all go out there, man, just learn every day, man. Kupp teaching these guys, and he see a lot in Puka Nacua. 6'2", similar to Cooper Kupp, solid frame. It's a reason why, man, we can get off on offense, man. We got two big, solid wide receivers that can get over.
And got the attitude,
and they just working.
Yeah, man. And I like that. And I like that Puka and Cooper Kupp is definitely working with each other, man, and picking each other brains. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, man.
I mean,
sky's the limit.
Hey, look, he coming off an All-Pro season last year, Puka Nacua. He know he probably can get better.
I'll forget that.
Healthy Cooper Kupp as well. I mean, I think motivation on both sides, man, can really lead to some elite success in production this season, man, from both of these guys, man. But yeah, man, I think that's a good thing though, man. Staying in LA, man, camp, man.
That's a good thing.
Just working, man. That's all you can do, man, for real. But let's talk about Glock 9, man. I know this is a big thing with his contract. He wants to stay a Ram, so obviously that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
You know, it's not something that, you know, he wants to leave this team. He wants to be locked up with McVay for, I guess, the entirety of his career.
Like, the wheel fall off, I guess.
Hey, I mean, I don't think nobody's really going to complain about Glock 9 being a Ram for the rest of his career, especially if he can give us the production that he's been able to give us and, you know, the wins and all that. Like, so,
no bullshit.
But I will say this, though. I mean, we all know, you know, going into those later seasons, those quarterbacks do start to show a little tread, you know.
Right.
Currently, Matthew Stafford is, 36?
Yeah, 36.
So, 36. You know, like I said, man, you know, it's all about, you know, weighing your options. I think, you know, financially, Matthew Stafford definitely wants to be able to get a raise. You know, will I see him getting $60 million a year? Maybe. You know, currently that's the benchmark right now. Trevor Lawrence has got 55. So, I think, you know, Stafford looking at that number, you know, maybe he's probably like, man, look, I don't know. But again, he going into camp. So he's willing to put that to the side and just work. But again, you know, you got to look at it like, you know, are you going to pay Stafford $60 million? Or are you going to look into potentially the quarterback market? You know, Stetson Bennett, you know, been getting, you know, some rave improvements by McVay and camp. And not saying he's going to take Glock 9's spot.
Right.
But again, you know, you just got to look into the future, per se. And Glock 9 right now, shit, he giving us that window now. So
now, you geeks.
You know, but hey, look, contract time coming.
It's coming.
They're gonna have, you know, they're gonna have to make some decisions, though.
I mean, that's well deserved for him. I mean, give him a word. And the geeks stop asking McVay about Stafford contract.
Oh yeah,
chill.
Nah, they gotta chill. They gotta chill out with that.
Y'all frustrating my boy. We don't need all that right now. Like, he in a good space right now.
Oh yeah, him and Kelly good. Him and Kelly, they A-okay right now. So like you don't want to fuck up the vibes right now. Don't fuck up the Stafford, he most likely is gonna get his contract extension. You know, he's gonna get it updated. He's probably gonna be with us, I'm assuming, for the next 2 to 3 years. You know, going into, you know, age 40.
Yeah.
And, you know, we just see how it looks from there.
And you know what? We appreciate you.
You know, but let's talk about another guy that's coming onto the team, man, new guy, and that's Trey White, man. You know, currently McVay doesn't have a timetable on when his return. Me and Snoop kind of talked off camera about, you know, how we feel about that, but, you know, kind of elaborate how you where you see this defense without Trey White, you know, if he can't start the season.
I mean, the defense probably start off well. I mean, you gotta look at the secondary at that point. We gotta see how that's gonna look. You know, even though it's a new secondary with new faces, I mean, old faces from D. Will, I mean, which we are familiar with, but I feel like without Trey White, it's gonna be a little shaky, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But they can gel it out when it's all said and done. But once, you know, Trey White come back, I think that as a unit, he's gonna bring that leadership role into that field, and he's gonna talk to everybody on that field as well. I feel like he's gonna be the captain on that secondary. Yeah, when it's all said and done.
Oh yeah, I agree too. I think, you know, the dynamic early on might be a little off because, again, you can probably be shuffling a lot of DBs.
Yeah,
trying to get a feel of who's gonna be on the field, you know, through the coming weeks, especially with Trey White out. But again, you know, currently no timetable on his return. But we all know with Trey White coming back onto the team, eventually, you adding some All-Pro abilities in that secondary.
Of course.
And with Snoop, you know, breakout player Cam Curl, got Cam Kitchens, who we drafted out of the U.
That's another guy, sleeper too.
Look, the secondary got a complete makeover, and it's gonna look definitely a lot different than what it did last year. You know, and we'll just see how it is. But I think, you know, with Trey White, it's all about just easing him back. He's coming off 2 major leg injuries, like ACL and Achilles. Like, so it's just, you know, with him, it's just all about coming back, trying to, you know, be 100%, you know, when it matters. Not necessarily putting the grind of a 17-game season on his back unless he's 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
But we signed him to a 1-year deal, 1-2-year deal.
Yeah.
So, you know, my understanding is, man, they know the risk, you know, and Les Snead knew, you know, as long as he comes back, you know, close to that, you know, they can wean him back into that defense, and sooner or later he's gonna start making plays, and he's gonna start locking up number ones like Trey White used to do.
Exactly.
So, I mean, don't sleep on Trey White, man. I'm telling you, man.
Trey.
Hey, and we still got D. Will, who was, you know, for the majority of the season, a top 5 rated corner in the league. That didn't get his flowers last year because he was playing in Jacksonville, and we all know how that season ended. So yeah, it ended very tragically. Right? It ended very tragically. But I want to go ahead and close out on these last. Well, I want to go ahead and get my bold prediction before I talk about this last topic, because I know this is gonna, you know, it's gonna be you know, just preposterous that we can pull this off, and like people gonna just be like, just sounding like a bunch of geeks. That's all it is. Sound like a bunch of geeks. Like, how the Rams do it. But I want to go ahead and get my bold prediction because I gave it on the live before, and that is this Rams offense and defense is going to finish top 10. Top 10, offense and defense. Now, last year we was young and still in the middle of the pack. So you got to think, with better talent, top 10 for sure. AD and Trey White coming back, top 5. That's all I got to say.
For sure.
But for now, I think we're gonna finish with a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense, and finish as one of the most balanced teams in all of football.
Mm. And like I said before, you geeks, the Rams is going to be the #1 seed in the NFC for the first time with mcvay as a head coach of the Los Angeles fucking Rams.
Hey, I don't get no bolder than that, because for real, it's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible, man. And believe it or not, McVay never held the #1 seed in the conference. It's wild to even think.
Wicked.
Got to think, man. He made it to the playoffs.
He's been in the #2 seed.
He's been a #2 seed, where, 2018. And as good as we was in 2018, we still didn't finish with the #1 seed. Still had to go into the Superdome and pull that out. Wild card rounds, all that, you name it. A bye, we only had that once.
That one time.
And that was in 2018. So, hey, I'll be stoked, man, if we can get that #1 seed and it go to SoFi, throughout the way.
Playoffs.
Because I think, with us, and McVay, they're gonna want those games in SoFi, regardless of how people feel about the attendance. Because nobody gives a fuck.
Who gives a fuck?
Nobody gives a fuck,
them.
bro. We done played in some of the most hostile environments. We went to Baltimore, me and Snoop, to go see our boys in Baltimore in a ruckus crowd in the rain. Go out there and go toe to toe with one of the best teams in football. I seen them in the midst of a Red Sea with the Niners in a conference championship game go and steal their hearts out their fucking chest. So at the end of the day, I think this Ram team, and McVay in particular, has a lot of composure. Trust me.
Fact.
So #1 seed is definitely not out the picture, because this team plays very good on the road and can definitely stand pat at home.
Oh.
So yeah, hey, I fucked with it.
Hey.
I fucks with it a lot.
It's going down.
Hey, and don't be surprised, man. Don't be surprised at all.
This was awesome. Come on now.
All I'm saying, man. But I want to talk about this though, man.
What's good?
And I got serious when I had to come up close to the camera.
Oh no, talk your shit.
Ramily, is it possible that we get Davante Adams? Is it possible? Because see, Ramily, I don't think y'all understand.
I don't think they understand.
There are rumors. There's actually legit articles. There's what we call credible sports analysts, media people, however you want to call them, that legit went on record and said that the Rams should entertain trading for Davante Adams and sending them a first-round pick in 2025. And I say to that, do it.
Do it, you geeks.
You do it, you fucking geeks. You better fucking do it. Because let me tell you something. When you add Davante Adams with Kupp and Puka Nakua, what you get is the greatest show on turf 2.0. That's what you get.
2.0.
That's what you're going to get. And what you're going to get is a potential Super Bowl berth. Mark my words.
Now we know we heard, it's possible they're not going to trade,
That's just geek talk.
You know what I'm saying? Or they're going to say, it's dry news, and shit, ain't nobody got shit else to talk about. Okay, but the fact that they come from the Raiders community over there, and we see that shit, and you talking about the Rams and y'all podcasts and all that shit, of course we gonna talk about it.
I mean, look, we'd be fools not to talk about it. And it's out there. So at the end of the day, if it's out there, Rams House TV gonna talk about it. We're gonna put some smoke to the fire. And at the end of the day, Davante Adams is actually talked about of being out there, regardless of whether people want to look at it. Davante Adams is in a situation where he is not in no situation to win. You talking about he's catching passes from Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew.
I heard they struggling, by the way.
Yeah, Raiders fans.
Hey, we just don't look up all about Rams.
Yeah,
we look about
it seemed like a while back since y'all was out there trying to clown about some Hunter Renfrow. seemed like a distant memory about this point. But we ain't gonna do that. But look, it's a million reasons why the Raiders should just go ahead and cut their ties with Tay and just trade him. He obviously wants to play with a contender. That's #1. We all know these wide receivers nowadays want to play with an elite quarterback. That's #2. we all know that they want to play with a coach that's going to put them in the best position to succeed. That's number 3. And then you're talking about just playing for an overall just winning team. That's 4. Right.
Come on now.
Right. When it's all said and done, the Raiders got every incentive to want to trade Davante Adams. He was only there because Derek Carr was there. Derek Carr is no longer there. He's in New Orleans. He's a Saint. No Saint Laurent. Right. Davante Adams is out there catching passes. And granted, you know, they added some, you know, a dynamic player in Brock Bowers, but that's not going to be enough. The Raiders is going to be, you know, at minimum, average to below average this year. And I say average because, you know, I think the defense overall got better. You add Christian Wilkins with Mad Max. I mean, it's hard to say that their defense got worse. You know, it's hard to say that their defense got worse.
It did.
When you add a stud like Christian Wilkins. But when it comes to that offense, I think trading Tate for a first-round pick and whatever else, hell, I'll even throw in a guy like Tutu in there by trade deadline. If Tutu is not fitting in the mix, similar to Van, he might have to go. And that's no disrespect to Van because Van went on to go ahead and make a couple stops and hopefully everything work out up in Pittsburgh.
Hey, man, shout out to Van.
And shout out to Van, man, because Van always show love to Rams House TV.
All the time.
Like, he always going to be a Ram. He got that ring. He got that bling-bling.
Yes, sir.
But that's what we trying to get back at. And, you know, packaging, you know, Tutu, first-round pick. You know, they can use that, you know, added depth at wide receiver with the draft capital. Why not?
Fuck it.
You know, especially Tutu in a contract year, you're not risking nothing. You know, and also you getting the first-round pick that you can build on. Go out there and get you some more weapons, a quarterback. I think it's a lot of incentive for the Raiders to go out there and trade Davante Adams. Will they trade him to us? We don't know because of the cap situation that we got.
It remains to be seen.
You know, that remains to be seen. Now, you know, a lot of the rookies on our team have been signed, so, you know, they going into training camp paid, ready to work. But how it falls into the, you know, to the cap going into the season, that remains to be seen. I don't see us signing anybody in the offseason, you know, any more people.
Nah, I don't see it right now.
You know, the dreams of going out there and getting Xavier Howard, that shit is done. We all know what he's done.
He's finito.
He's done. He's a wild guy.
He's wild.
But, you know, like I said, man, I think, you know, this is going to be the team that go out there, you know, week 1, you know, minus some tweaks.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it was rumored that we were supposed to get Steven Nelson at one point, you know, before he retired. So,
it's all good.
I mean, we always had our eyes open on secondary players all season. Killer Witherspoon's still a free agent, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Did he get signed? Killer Witherspoon?
No, he didn't get signed.
I mean, it's possible, you know, Killer Witherspoon will be willing to take a discounted price to come back and play with this Rams team. You know, added depth. Hey. So it remains to be seen, man. Especially if DK getting his ass cooked. You already know we getting a killer on the phone. We getting
who?
A Killer Witherspoon. Ooh, what?
Who?
A Killer Witherspoon.
Oh, I'm talking about DK.
Man, look. If he come out getting fired this year, bro.
He's not going to touch the field.
You got to either move this man to safety.
He needs to be the safety.
Or you need to just go ahead and just cut ties with him, period. Like, we can't go through this for a third straight year. Like.
And shout out to you for how your gun charge dismissed, too, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, bro. Fuck all that, bro. What about this play on the field? Everybody wanna be the DK defenders, bro. I want to see that same energy come week 1 when he's out there in the slot and he's out there holding their third best receiver. Why? Because he can't even guard the third best receiver.
Y'all love DK,
but y'all love him. Y'all want to give him all his props. He can't even guard the third best receiver.
11 penalties.
11 penalties. Tied for the most in the league.
That's not.
Need I say more? If it gets to that point, bro, sign a Killer Witherspoon immediately.
People say, oh, Snead was in that same one, too. He had 12 or 11. What DK?
Bro,
okay, but this is DK we're talking about.
Snead was...
There's a lot of Kendricks. That's what we're talking about. Lord. Snead is an all-pro.
Anyway, off the DK subject.
Yeah.
Back to Tay. I think it's something that the Rams can entertain. Would they do it? Who knows, bro? Who knows? I think it's something that you can entertain. Obviously, the Rams have been aggressive all offseason. They wanted to trade up in the draft to get Brock Bowers. Now, just imagine if Brock Bowers was in this offense. Like, he's just a way more turned up Tyler Higbee.
That shit would be wicked.
Just nuts. Like, just loony. But
and another thing, and another one on them five too. The tight end Cody. Hell, I'm expect you to show up this year.
yeah, Kobe Parkers
with that contract you got.
No, honestly, I think he's been actually doing good over OTA.
I heard he's been doing
good. You know, he's coming in as one of the best tight ends, you know, blocking tight ends in the league. And I think that's why McVay can definitely see value in him, because he obviously can go out there and catch the ball and get open, you know. McVay used to coach tight ends. So he's been very expertise when it comes to the tight ends and what he's been able to do with the tight ends. Like Tyler Higbee got off. You know, Tyler Higbee just ain't been able to stay healthy.
Yeah.
It's always, you know, that one injury per game for Tyler Higbee.
You know that.
You know, whether he come back, that remains to be seen. But hey, Davis Allen, he been showing some strides in OTAs. I think the tight ends definitely gonna come in with a chip on their shoulder. Of
course.
And you know, we still got I don't think we got Bryson Hopkins no more. We don't have him.
I don't think we do.
So again, man, the tight end's gonna definitely come in, you know, putting in some work. And Higbee, you know, wishing them a speedy recovery from the dirty fucking hit from Kirby Joseph. Fuck you. But yeah, man, as far as Tay, you get the greatest show on turf 2.0 if you add him on this offense. But this offensive line, 2 running backs, you got Puka, Kupp. And you got to think, like, they're not gonna ask for Kupp back for Tay. Like, I don't think that's a trade that the Raiders are gonna want to make. And they might as well just go ahead and trade him for the capital. Take a guy like Tutu Atwell if he's available. You know, add some extra shit to it if you want to do it. And hey, bam, you just hit the ground running. That's all I gotta say about that. But hey, that's our thoughts, man. Hey, look, we done touched some of the biggest topics, man, currently going on in the Rams community, man. Sir. Rams, OTAs, man, is underway. You know, again, we're gonna be coming with a lot of footage.
Oh yeah.
As y'all know, man, we definitely come with the OTA footage, so y'all keep a lock.
Keep it locked.
Y'all keep a lock on the OTA footage, man. The shorts that my boy Snoop is gonna be dropping, man.
Oh yeah, that's coming soon.
Y'all already know, man. Hey, hey, we got joint practices coming, so y'all already know when the joint practices hit. Hey,
it's on and popping.
It's on and popping. Y'all gonna see a whole lot. So y'all definitely be on the lookout for that. Definitely subscribe, man. Hope y'all fuck with this video, man. It's been a while since we dropped. And we back with it, man. You know, content creators, man, for the Rams community. We appreciate all the love from all the OGs that started it before us.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, season 5, man. You know, we here with it. And we ready for the season to start. Y'all fuck with everything, or y'all disagree, y'all agree, man. Y'all let us know in the comments how y'all feel about the Rams season coming forward, man.
Yeah, man. Drop them comments down below, man. Don't be afraid to express your opinion, man.
Yeah, we definitely don't care, you know, about the opinions, because we definitely express ours, and y'all listen to ours, and we definitely listen, you know, to y'all's as well. Like, so, hey, we here with it, Ramily, man. Hey, we definitely coming back with some more content coming up.
Yes, sir.
Training camp is coming up soon, right around the corner, you geeks.
Yeah,
so y'all be on the lookout for that. And on that note, man, we out, man. I'm Jalen.
And I'm Snoop.
And whose house?
Rams house.
Yeah, geeks.
Yeah, geeks.
I'm looking at the city on these hoes, man.
Hey, man, if y'all down for another off the top, man.
It's off the top with it, man.
Drop some comments down below, man. Say off the top.
Yeah, it's off the top with it, man. Hey, hashtag off the top. Period, man. Rams House TV, man. You geeks, man. Hey, we appreciate everybody, man. Horns up, man. Y'all enjoy y'all night. And let's go Rams, man. Whose house?
Rams house.
You geeks.